Now this area is nice and wide and open, should give you plenty of space to kill enemies. The enemies in this area do love to walk in very odd patterns, as if you were playing like a serious mode. So I'm just gonna be using the flamethrower, because the flamethrower can track them kinda nicely. Ideally, the game kinda suggests that you use the rocket launcher, but because of the odd patterns in which they run around, like try and strafe around you to confuse you, it's not worth my time. So I'll be saving those precious rockets for more hefty situations where rockets would be a lot more viable. Actually, I suppose I could shoot this guy, maybe. Yeah, he stopped to kind of fire at me, and that was the bane of his existence, unfortunately. What? Is there an enemy here? I don't care. I'm going to go in here and place this Hawkwing. Left Hawkwing placed! Right Hawkwing placed! Oh, ooh. No. This is actually a pretty... Ooh, this is a pretty bad situation. Okay, I know the strategy right here. Just hold down mouse 1 and you should live forever. This is what Team Fortress 2 taught me when you play the Pyromaniac. Okay, I think that should be a majority of them. I didn't expect those kamikazes to come after me so soon, actually, so I'm genuinely surprised. But as you can see, I did want to run out right here because there's that guy. And that guy is kind of a little bit of an obstruction. You do want to deal with him as quickly as possible before you run out of this building. Those kamikazes actually spawned way over here, so... I was going to actually try and beat them out here so that way I could deal with them more safely, but unfortunately such is not the case. And as you can see, there's a lot of them coming from different angles of the map. And lots of different enemies that I'd rather not be dealing with because of the green dudes. And the green dudes are mean bastards who like to snipe at you from very annoying distances. I don't like this level for this reason alone. Oh yeah, it should be worth knowing that the kamikazes too kind of have a habit of running around in very odd patterns, much like the clear skeletons in this particular area. So again, you probably want to be using the flamethrower. Green dude. There's the green dude. I know that there was another green fellow somewhere over this way. There he is. He's hiding behind the tree. One important thing about the enemies too is that they like to hide behind trees. They like to camouflage themselves extremely well. So that could be a bit of a redeeming issue if you aren't careful. Oh, quit screaming. You're acting as if you don't have a head, which wouldn't make sense because you shouldn't be screaming to begin with if you don't have a head. But why am I arguing with serious sound logic? I don't know. I don't know why I'm thinking logically. Why would I think logically? This game isn't about logic. What is life? What is logic? I'm running out of breath right now. I'm honestly getting a little bit tired. It's like I'm having a caffeine crash at this point. Which is probably not good. Because then I won't have enough energy to keep myself going! You there behind the tree. How dare you? How dare you, I say. I think that should take care of all the enemies in this first section to begin with. Maybe, possibly. Yeah, the game is still kinda deciding on that with the kamikazes and all. It's probably not too much of a concern. Okay, no wait, I still hear another clear skeleton. I was going to say that should be everything, you guys, but no. There has to be a couple more dastardly clear skeletons that just want to ruin my day and my existence in general. Which is rather unfortunate because I want to live. I want to live a happy and serious life. What is that bush doing out there, you might be thinking to yourself? Well, that's exactly where we're actually going to be going in a minute, so... Oh, dude, where'd all these skeletons come from? Who let the skeletons out of the closet? That is my philosophical question for today. Who let the skeletons out of the closet? No, you are not going to spit a fireball at me today, good sir. I am not in the mood for being shot at by fireballs, good sir. If you know me well enough, good sir, you should probably know that I am a very sensitive person, and I don't like being shot at by just about anything, good sir. So having placed that left hawk wing, I'm going to completely ignore all these enemies, unless they start pursuing me, in which case I'm probably going to have to pay a bit more attention to them. But for the most part, I'm going to be ignoring them because there is this secret bush that I was referring to earlier. Just deal with a couple enemies out here. Oh, there's a scorpion out there. That guy you might want to shoot first of all, because otherwise he could be a bit of a pain in the rear end. And, alright, green guy, really green guy. This is actually a pretty good vantage point in my opinion, so I suggest that you run out here immediately if you just want to deal with the enemies a little more easily. Because sometimes they take a while to actually bother and attack you. So, go over here, and you destroy this bush. You don't really have to destroy the bush, maybe you do to pick up this power-up. But doing so causes you to pick up 2 secret power-ups, and that in turn spawns a bunch of robots. And they can be easily taken care of because we have pretty much like quadruple damage thanks to serious damage, one of the best power-ups in the game. And unfortunately, serious speed does not last that long because serious speed. I mean, running around at the speed of sound. You'd think that would be just one of the best things in the world, but unfortunately, the game doesn't want you to experience one of the best things in the world. It just wants you to have, like, super speed for about 20 seconds, and then, yeah, it's over. We hope you had fun with your silly little power-up, because guess what? You're not going to get another one for a million years. And actually, there is one more power-up that I haven't really discussed yet, and so, you know that we've come across, like, 3 different power-ups already. There's invulnerability, invincibility, and, of course, invulnerability and invincibility. Gee, it's like they're the exact same thing. There's invulnerability, there's serious damage, and there's serious speed. But there is actually one more power-up in this game that only appears in one deathmatch multiplayer map, and that is invisibility. And invisibility pretty much does what you'd expect it to. I think it actually only makes you partially invisible. Invisible. But it only appears in the deathmatch map for some reason. I've always wanted to know why that is, because you think it'd actually be an extremely handy power-up later on in the game, but, well. Just letting you know, it does exist, just you're probably not going to come across it at all in the entire main campaign. Unless I am mistaken, but I highly doubt I'm mistaken at the same time, because I've done my research, and so far, my efforts have been rather fruitless in discovering if there are, in fact, any other invisibility power-ups in the actual campaign of this game. And it's kind of unfortunate, but you're just going to have to deal with it. It's a sad fact of life. Well, this serious damage power-up here is actually really handy. It's really handy for missing your shots over and over again on enemies that are virtually moving nowhere. I'm good with the pistols, you guys. But in case you couldn't tell, those were indeed harpies, because they're the only flying enemies of the game. But yeah, that was that courtyard. And guess what? We have another courtyard. Ooh. Guess what? Oh, the tricks have read my mind. Another residential area, but this one looks prettier and more decorative. In my database, I found an interesting text called How to Enter Persepolis for Dummies, made by Croteam. It is written in very bad English and sounds something like this. You go left, you go right. You touch stones, then you fight. If you die, that's not pretty, then you will never see this city. If you live, then you good. You can see nice neighborhood. Croteam, 2001 AD. I don't know if it is some joke or what. Whatever, go visit the nearby yards, Sam. Very well, after I take a drink. Because I am in desperate need of a drink. I've been rambling for quite possibly the past half hour. I'm not really sure how long you've been playing, but let's just assume it's been a while. So I like to go through this door first. Again, just pretty much out of strict routine. And walking forward here spawns a couple of nice little enemies. Oh, that sounds like a not nice enemy. It is a Zumb'ul creature. Now, interesting thing I should know about this area, it's actually kind of mirrored in the next level after this. You'll probably see the resemblance, but there's really a lack of creativity in the next level when designing the suburban area, because it looks almost exactly the same. It's a bit of an interesting design choice, Not really sure why they didn't do something different, for instance, but hey, I'm not going to question it. There's somebody right next to me. I assumed. It sounded like there was a Nar right next to me, but I guess there wasn't. Alright, well, I think you deserve the rockets. You, however, deserve the sniper rifle bullets because you aren't good enough for rockets. Neither is your silly little fireball, which constantly tracks my movement everywhere I go. Not pleasant. Not pleasant, I tell you. And right now, I'm just kind of looking for secret. Hang on. I think I might see a secret. Hang on, I gotta check these walls. I have to make sure I'm not going insane. Because I'm pretty sure that there might be a secret around here somewhere. Oh, there's a green dude. He can see me all the way over there. Oh, that's so cute of him. He's dead now. He looks a lot more adorable when he's lying down, in my opinion. Oh, you're standing on this building. I was kind of, yeah, like I said earlier, they like to hide behind trees and camouflage themselves. Which is a pretty good tactic. It's actually very viable, and I would suggest you do so as well if you're playing just about any first-person shooter that is not Team Fortress 2, because in Team Fortress 2, there's no such thing as green camouflage. Am I right? Or am I right? I'm pretty sure I'm wrong. Right? Right. God, I feel like... Okay, that is some serious bull right there. He just shot right... No! He keeps shooting right through the wall! That's bull crap. No. No. What? Crow team, fix this game, please. Please fix this game. I would appreciate it. Because if you don't fix this game, I will be a sad panda. And I guess I will continue to be a sad panda for all time. Because Crow team would never fix a game that's over like 12 years old. Yeah. Oh my god. No, I need to take a drink. I feel like I'm going to choke on something. No! Go away! I really need to take a drink. Okay. Ah, that's better. That's better. I'm truly sorry. I just felt like I was going to choke right there. And I really needed some sort of source of medicine. And that medicine would be the drink that I have next to me. Everything is good now. Everything is fine. Welcome to a relaxing game of Serious Sam the Second Encounter. I am your host, Serious Sakor, and I am going to be playing with this voice for the rest of the entire recording. Do you like my really relaxing voice, you guys? I bet you do. You might be thinking to yourself, oh, he sounds like a bit of a wuss. But no, this is a very relaxing voice, and I think you should be getting used to it. No, the serious voice. I got the serious voice on. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up the serious damage power-up before I leave. Just because it seems like a good idea to me. And since we aren't going to be walking back here at all, I'm gonna go ahead and pick up this power-up. What am I doing? I have, like, triple damage right now. Quadruple damage, even. I'm just going to... I have a flamethrower! I have a flamethrower! Oh, I think that guy knows I have a flamethrower. I probably want to be a little bit more cautious around the people that know I have a flamethrower. Otherwise, this could lead to some pretty serious consequences. Boom! Don't know why I had to scope in right there, because I already had serious damage. I could probably shoot you with an unscoped shot and it'd probably kill you with one hit, but I digress. He's dead anyways, so I'm pretty sure that's all that matters. You managed to somehow get in the way of my shot? Hitboxes, what are they? Yeah. Any other takers? I wonder if there are going to be kamikazes heading towards this way. Chainsaw! I have a chainsaw! Should probably use the chainsaw. I love the splash damage on the kamikazes. That never gets old. Knife! I don't use the knife nearly enough. Hang on, where's that? I don't know where that kamikaze is, but it scares me to think about where he might be now. There he is. Alright. I'm definitively no longer scared. I'm no longer frightened by this dastardly kamikaze, as I figured out his whereabouts. And as such, I've disposed of his body. Oof! You decided to walk forward? That was very smart of you. Shoot your corpse one more time before I leave. I'm not a fan of this place anymore. I would much rather find a better vacation spot that's not filled with enemies to the brim. That should kill you. Yes. I was right. It did, after all. I can play this game. I know how much enemies... I know much health... I know much health enemies have. Did I mention that I can talk today, you guys? I'm very good at forming words and sentences and things like that. You know, all that good stuff. And here I am just... I don't even care about using the correct weapons for certain enemies. I have a rocket launcher. I can just run at people and spam the rockets over and over again. I don't... Clip size, what is that? I have a freaking rocket launcher that never has to reload. I'm gonna take a full advantage of that, if you don't mind.